What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you have not checked out my last video, please do so. I'll leave it at the end of the video, and I'll link it down below on the Razer Blade 2020 base laptop. My first product review. I hope you guys like it. Just trying something different, you know. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, find it informative, going over all the basics, the specs, and what I think of it. So be sure to check that out. Let me know what you think down below. And for today's video though, say you got a brand new laptop. It comes with an Nvidia graphics card, or maybe you already have an Nvidia graphics card, 1660 hopefully, or newer. Shadowplay. Maybe you wanted to record some footage. You're like, oh dude, I want to make a YouTube video. I want to figure out what Shadowplay even is. What is encoding? What is recording? How taxing is it on my system? Today, we're going to find all that out. So, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new. Let's get it. So with the holidays wrapping up, maybe you got yourself a new GPU, maybe you got a new laptop with an Nvidia GPU, maybe you're just upgrading your old system. You're like, I got some money from Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it may be, and I feel like upgrading to the new 3000 series or a new 2000 series, whatever it may be. Well, I'm going to show you basically what the minimum specs are first, just to make sure that you'll obviously be able to even run the program, which is going to be Nvidia GeForce, which we're going to take a look at today. But for right now, this is just on the website. General system requirements, pretty low. Windows 7, 2 gigs of RAM, 1 gig of storage. I would say by now, a lot of people either have that or are higher up. If you're on XP, damn. But no. Supported hardware, CPU, Intel Pentium G series. Again, that's fairly old and pretty low power, so should be able to run it. And again, most of the actual hard work is going to be done on the GPU itself. So this is just the company saying, I can guarantee it to run on this, even if it runs like crap. AMD FX GPU series, and this is just showing, the chart is just showing the GeForce experience, what it'll do for each series. Obviously covers 3000 series, 2000 series, 10 series, and I think it dates as far back to GTX 1650, which I actually have one of those cards. And at the time, I don't think maybe Shadowplay was around, but I was too young to even have a clue about recording. But when you see how easy it is today, I think you might second guess and be like, oh, that's pretty easy. I might as well just start recording everything, which you should. Not only if you're not going to share it, you don't have to share everything you record, but I like to use it as either self-improvement or maybe notes and just little stuff like that, especially if you're trying to be competitive or whatnot. You can always go back to the footage, see what's going on with you, see what's going on watching your own body language and stuff, and it helps. Plus you get to watch your gameplay, which is sick. So next, head on over to Google probably and just type in GeForce Experience. It'll take you to Nvidia's website. It's going to take you right here or something. Hit download it to wherever it is you may please, just so you can find it. Go ahead and open it up, install that. Once it's finished installing, it's probably going to want you to sign up for an account, which is fairly standard. I mean, almost everything has an account now. So I'm just going to launch that. I should already be logged in. Yep, I am Mr. Mob. Let's go. So here we are. You're logged in. This is what you got. Maybe it's already searched for games on your system. Maybe it hasn't. Either way, that might not be super important. This is if you're trying to like optimize it to, I would just leave this page alone. But first things first, get signed in. Head over to settings. That's where we're going to want to be. Do your thing here. Whatever else you need to do in account. The main thing we're doing here though is going up into general. Let me just full screen this real quick. We're going to go into general. This is going to give you your system overview. I have a 1080 Ti, Nvidia obviously, 7700K, and 16 gigs of RAM, 240 hertz screen. Pretty straightforward, nothing crazy. So once you're here, this is what you're going to look for. In-game overlay. That is the whole Shadowplay thing, is right in this button. The moment you click this, Shadowplay is activated essentially. And what that is, as you can see, the default keystroke is Alt-Z. So you hit those at the same time, and that'll bring up your dashboard, or the experience, I suppose. This gives you your screenshots, photo modes, game filters. Photo mode can be used in Ansel supported games like The Witcher and most AAA games nowadays. Instant replay, that's gonna be records the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes, however long you set it. I don't ever use instant replay only because usually when I'm gonna record, I know I'm gonna record and I'm just gonna hit record and I game for a specific amount of time. Broadcast live, well, record is record. We're gonna hop into that. That's the main point of this video. Broadcast live, you wanna do some live streaming. Maybe you don't wanna set up OBS, seems intimidating, too much of a pain in the butt. This makes it extremely easy. We could deep dive into that too. Gallery, that's gonna take you to the folder where all of your destination is for your recording files, your screenshots, which all can be set in this little settings cogwheel. This is your mic button, so you can do either push to talk, always on, off, settings. You go to settings, you can choose your microphone. You can separate both tracks, you can create a single track. That's actually a new improvement. That's really cool. You can set up a webcam if you want. I'm using dual PC, so my webcam is currently on the streaming PC, recording this right now. But if I had one plugged in, it would show up there and I could select that. So from here, let's go back into the settings, and this is it. This is where you want to be. You can connect if you want. You can connect your Twitch. You should already be connected, I believe, into GeForce. It'll probably do it automatically. You can do YouTube. Not sure what the heck that is. Google, Facebook, etc. HUD layout, status indicator. That's just going to give you a little green dot basically on anywhere on the screen, just so you know, you're aware that you are live, you are being recorded, or you're recording, or you're streaming, etc. FPS counter. Now this is probably my favorite part about Shadowplay, is you don't have to record or do anything to have the FPS counter on, which is great because it's a really nice big bold FPS counter, which is nice. So I'm just going to set that in the top left corner along with the status indicator, so they'll sit next to each other, but they'll be fairly small. In your recording, I should mention this, in your recording, it won't show up. There won't be any green dot. So you can do viewers if you're planning on doing live streaming. I mostly use this for recording, but you can totally do that. Also, I'm live every night, YouTube channel. Hit that bell button to be notified. Subscribe, much appreciated. Also smash like if you're enjoying the video so far, I appreciate it. Comments, you can have those being read in the little corner. HUD layout, we just went over that. Keyboard shortcuts. So by default, Alt-Z is pretty much the only one you really need, because from there, you can just anywhere, you can hit that and just default start, or you can just learn the shortcuts, which is Alt F9, which will instantly start recording. So recording, this is an important one. You got to set your destination where you want it. It can be a hard drive, it can be spinning Rust, it can be SSD, it really doesn't matter. Make sure there's plenty of space. Create yourself a little folder, just so you know. I would probably just name an entire folder section just Shadowplay, and then within that folder I would have screenshot, videos, temporary files, and then from there select that. Broadcast live, if you plan on going live, this is where you set that up. Super easy. It'll be pretty basic, but it'll still give you all the information that you need. I'm going to turn that off. I guess it's on by default. My highlights is on by default as well, so probably will be for you as well. Also here, you're going to want to change whatever settings you may need. Everything, again guys, is right in this cogwheel, so it's perfect. It's so straightforward. It's great. Audio, system sounds, this is your system audio. Here's you can just double check your microphone source, boost your stuff if you need to. I would suggest maybe setting that up in Windows Sound Manager first, trying to get that dialed, and then come in here, because once you start playing with boost and stuff, that can get funky real quick, and you're probably gonna be doing a lot of test videos. Or you can just do one test stream and hopefully have someone give you some pointers or tips just on put your audio up, put the game down a little, etc, etc. Highlights, you already went over that. If you want to use that, game mode, game filter, photo mode allows you to photograph supported games using Ansel. Exactly what I was talking about earlier. You'll see in a game that supports Ansel, it'll usually pop up that's like, this supports Ansel, or this supports Shadowplay, or Nvidia supported. Or you can just try it, see what happens. If it'll just tell you no if it doesn't work. Video capture, instant replay, recording, and all that good stuff. So they do have a short way you can get to it. If you just go into your recording settings, boom. This is just an alternate way. This is down here, instant replay length. Again, you can just change that bit rate. I'd keep that high as you possibly can. Notifications, if you need them, I would just you can leave it on. I left everything default because it's nice to get the little like if I just hit Alt F9, that notification wouldn't show up otherwise, and only the dot would appear. So it's kind of, I'll hit Alt F9 again. It's gonna save the file. It's gonna stop recording. Boom. So hopefully you guys found some of that informative and took something away from it. And hopefully you got yourself set up to a point where at least you can hit the old Alt Z, hit record, and record something. So let's just hop into a game real quick. I'm just gonna fire up, I don't know, Call of Duty, and show you how to do it. Okay, so here we go. Fired up Call of Duty and instantly GeForce experience. This might happen in all the games that you go into, might not if you don't have the thing checked in Nvidia. If you do not have this checked within the GeForce experience, if this little triangle icon thing is not highlighted, you are not going to get any Alt Z. So here we are, we're in game. Let's just jump into the multiplayer screen. I can see the counter in the top left. I do already have the Call of Duty counter, so it's kind of like mixed in right now, but you can see if I didn't have that on. So with it off, now you can see how nice that FPS counter is. It's big, super like contrasting, very easy, legible to read. It's quick. You look up in the corner and you're like, damn, that's a lot of frames. So we're just gonna hit Alt Z now and just hit record. Boom. Look at us go. So we started with what, 210 FPS at this screen. I just hit record and I've dropped down to 205. So let's quick play and just show you that it all depends on your GPU. But again, from my experience, I have multiple years of owning GPUs and different Nvidia cards, laptops, desktop versions versus a Max-Q version, 10 series, 9 series, 7 series. So I have a lot of experience with different cards, and from what I've been able to tell, the biggest drop I've seen, which was on a pre 10 series card, so it was a 980 Ti, was 10 FPS. The moment you activate it, maybe 10 or 12 FPS gets dropped, which to me was it's totally worth it. I mean, if you got a powerful enough system, it's worth it. It's insane. All right, let's go. Footage looks almost like, we'll check it out. So this is recording off Elgato right now, and then we will take a look at the finished product from the Shadowplay recording. Nice shot, brother. I think that's enough footage for this. I don't want to embarrass myself today yet. Still got later tonight to stream. So we're gonna stop and save. Simple as that. Let's back on out. Open up our file. I actually don't know where my file location is, so easiest way is just I'm gonna hit the gallery button, which is gonna take me to recent items, all items. Let's take a look at it. I want to look at the file location so I can run it in a different program. I hate Windows Media Player. I don't know why I don't have VLC on this computer. Whatever, let's just take a look, see how the footage looks. Yo, I think it looks pretty good and sharp. Frame tearing seems to be very minimal. That's always been one thing about the Elgatos, especially working with 240 Hertz and dual PC. Frame tearing can be a nightmare. But this is nice, and as you guys see, there's no green dot, there's no FPS counter. It's all gone. It's all hidden. Captures the game accurately. Sound quality is great. No lag. That's honestly a good picture. And for, again, the sacrifice of 7 to 10 frames this time for this game, that ain't bad. That's not bad. That is completely worth it in my opinion. Okay guys, so that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the recording part. We can do the live stuff later in another video, but I'm pretty sure you'll probably be able to figure it out. If you can get the recording down and you go ahead and you need to set up your Twitch account, of course, via like the internet first, have your account going. If you can link those and stuff, it's so simple. You hit just Alt Z, you'll have the full dashboard there ready to go, and just hit record. Start making some videos. That's what it's about. Don't overthink it. Just hit record and start going. Play around in the program. You really can't go wrong in here anywhere. You can totally adjust all of the keybinds if you don't like those default ones. And just to wrap up, GeForce Experience, make sure your drivers are up to date. Within this app, all you got to do is tap drivers, check for updates. It'll do a 5-second check. Always have your drivers updated, because that's going to be really important for Shadowplay, plus the game optimization, etc. So hopefully I'll see you guys later tonight on my live stream, and take care. Have a great week. More how-to videos and all that on the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Like if you liked it. Dislike if you didn't. Take care. Peace.